It's time to predict the scores of week 37 of this 2022-2023 Premier League season, the penultimate game week of this campaign. I had a terrible game week last week. Not sure if you did much better, Nathan, but top scorer over at the Super Brew website with 17 points was Vernon and Red Matt 215. But a bit of a disclaimer, there is still one match remaining tomorrow night, which is Thursday night between Newcastle and Brighton, so things will change because at the top of the leaderboard there has been a change where Ferris77 has relinquished his top spot, currently in third position, but Bogner Rocks now on 349.5 points, followed in second position by Bert's 11. That's enough of the housekeeping though. It looks like Manchester City have wrapped up the title. They're about to kick off against Real Madrid in the Champions League semi-final, second leg as well as we speak. But enough of all that chat, let's just get down to it.
Okay, so first up we have the Saturday at midday between Spurs and Brentford. Now Brentford, Ivan Toney's finally got his ban, 8-month ban, 50k fine. I think that was a bit steep, to be honest, considering, well, it's, you know the whole story.
Rules are rules though, aren't they? Come on, sir.
They are, but it was a bit heavy. And then Spurs pretty much completely bottling Europe at this point. Villa are going to overtake them at any minute now, to be honest. So, yeah, I think Brentford going to go to Spurs, and I think they're going to grind out a result 1-1.
Yeah, it is an all-London affair. I think Ivan Toney was missing last week, and the likes of Wissa getting on the score sheet, and they did come away with a good home win against West Ham. Tottenham, on the other hand, currently in 7th position. They really need to win a match. Only one win in their last 6 matches. Harry Kane, though, continues to score. He seems to get on that score sheet almost every week, and I think Spurs really need this win. So do Brentford, but I'm Spurs at home. I think they'll take all 3 points. I'm going to go for a 2-1 home victory. Brentford have only won 4 times away in the league this season. We then move on to the first of the 3 o'clock kickoffs on Saturday. We've got Bournemouth coming up against Manchester United, who've got 2 matches in this game week. Bournemouth now back-to-back defeats. They are safe. You could say they're safe. Currently on 39 points. Have done enough for survival for another season in the Premier League. Manchester United currently in 4th position, the last of those Champions League positions. A very good home win against Wolves last time out, but prior to that it was defeats away against Brighton and West Ham. I think they will take all 3 points in this one. They'll be focused. The likes of Luke Shaw moving back to his left back position. Rashford may be out for this fixture, but I think they should just have a little bit too much quality for Bournemouth, who've had a good season, you say, particularly of late. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 away victory to the Red Devils.
Yeah, this has got Man United win written all over it, to be honest. Bournemouth, I do think they'll nick a goal, though, considering some of their performances as of late has teetered a little bit, but I think they'll grind something. 2-1 Man United. Next up, we've got Fulham up against Crystal Palace. Now, Fulham pretty much can secure a top 10 finish with a victory here. However, Palace been fairly consistent. Win-loss. So it's quite interesting. I'm going to go with a pattern still, though, and I think Fulham are going to grind out a victory and secure top 10. So I'm going to go 1-0.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Fulham as well in this game. Mitrovic is back, came back last week, got on the score sheet. Crystal Palace, interesting enough, have only won 3 Premier League matches away from home this season, and they haven't actually beaten anybody above the current top 14 in the table either. So stats wise, we're looking at a Fulham win. Fulham themselves currently in 10th position, back-to-back wins against Leicester and Southampton.
Expected, to be fair. Expected
against those 2 really poor sides at the moment. I am going to go for a Fulham victory 2-1. We then move on to Anfield, where Liverpool take on Aston Villa. Liverpool hunting down the top 4. 6 wins on the bounce. An absolutely fantastic win against Leicester in their last fixture. It was a hat-trick of assists by Mohamed Salah in that one. TAA, Trent Alexander-Arnold, with a very good free kick. Looks a different player since he's kind of moved into like an inverted fullback role where he pushes into midfield a lot more. So I'm going to go for a Liverpool victory in this one. I'm going to go for a 2-0 home win. Villa in 8th. A good home win against Tottenham last time out, but they have form-wise, Watkins not really getting involved in the goals of late. So yeah, Liverpool 2-0 win for me.
Interesting. I actually disagree a little bit, and I just think Villa are going to grind out a result here. They are really pushing out for top 4, but
something in the water.
To be honest, this is a banana skin for Liverpool qualifying for Europe. I think the pressure will be on them. They have been on a good run of form. However, when Liverpool are playing the sides around them, it's only narrow victories, and Villa coming up against top 6 sides have been fairly decent via that Man United game. So yeah, I'm going to go 1-0 Villa.
Wow.
Next up, we've got Wolves versus Everton. Now, Wolves can pretty much sink Everton into the drop zone for this one, providing that Leeds somehow, I don't even know how, managed to get a result coming up. We'll talk about them later anyway. But yeah, the standard 2-0 victory for Wolves, pretty much sealing their survival, which was sealed already. And yeah, getting about 43 points, which caps off an average season really for them.
Well, Everton smashing Brighton a couple of game weeks ago. Okay, they suffered a home defeat against Man City 3-0 in their last fixture. In this one, they'll need to get at least a point, and I think they will. Wolves on the beach themselves are defeating their last match away against Man United. So I'm going to go 1-1 in this one. And then we move on to the tea time kickoff, 5:30 live on the Sky in the UK. We've got Nottingham Forest coming up against Arsenal. Arsenal, as you say, they've bottled the title.
They have indeed.
Okay, a defeat. Comprehensive defeat at home against Brighton. Watch this match, and Brighton were very good in that one. Martinelli probably out for this one as well. Looked like he was injured in that match against the Seagulls, so he'll be a big miss. But they have got an abundance of talent in the midfield. However, Nottingham Forest at home have been a tricky customer, and they're not safe either, currently in 16th position on 34 points, so they're going to be pulling out all the stops themselves. However, you've got to fancy Arsenal in this one. I am going to go for a 3-1 away victory to the Gunners, but I think Forest will put up a good fight.
Yeah, for me, I think if Forest get another point, or even 3 points, 100% survival, but if they get an extra point, then I think they will pretty much be safe, to be honest. But I think they will take Arsenal to the shops, to be honest, but Arsenal will just grind out a victory as they do and bounce back. So yeah, 2-1 Arsenal. Anyway, moving on to Sunday, we've got West Ham up against the diabolical Leeds. Big Sam at the helm. I don't know whether he's going to be able to do much, and West Ham not in the greatest of form either, but ultimately comparing the two at the moment, West Ham are in so much of a better position. So 2-0 West Ham.
Well, you say that, Nathan, in the league. 4 defeats in the last 5 matches in the league for West Ham. Leeds United, a very good home draw against Newcastle in the last fixture. Samuel, he's got them organised at the back, although they are still leaking goals. Bamford can get,
to be fair, their away record is terrible.
Leeds' away record is terrible. However, West Ham, European, they pretty much their focus now for the whole season is in Europe. Their eye could be off the ball in this one.
Yeah, Leeds got to get a result.
Leeds have to get a result. Big Sam will have them fired up for this one. This is the biggest game of their season, and I think they're going to take all 3 points. Leeds. I hardly ever tip Leeds, but I'm going to go for Leeds to beat the Hammers in London 2-1. We then move on to the 2 o'clock kickoff, where we see a South Coast derby in Brighton coming up against Southampton. Brighton magnificent against Arsenal.
Superb.
Solly Marsh still missing this one. Southampton, they're in the Championship next season. Now, sometimes you do get teams that go down, they'll turn up, they'll relax, and they'll pull out a good victory against anybody in the division. However, I can't see Southampton beating this Brighton side. Brighton have got designs on Europe themselves. It looks like they will be playing their trade in Europe next season. I fancy the Seagulls at home to take all 3 points. I'm going to go for a 2-0 home win.
Interesting, yeah. Brighton next season will be playing their first ever season in Europe in their history, which is insane. But yeah, Southampton officially down now. To be honest, I think think they're going to be on the beach because there's going to be a massive overhaul needed in the summer at the end of the day. So Brighton going to clean them up 3-0. Next I've got the 4 o'clock between Man City and Chelsea. Man City win this game, they are champions officially. It's going to happen. Chelsea absolutely diabolical, as everyone knows. However, they did grind out a good result against Bournemouth and actually drew Forest, which isn't so good. But yeah, 4-0 Man City, to be honest. They're going to just take them out completely and get that title.
Yeah, Man City currently playing Real Madrid. We'll see if that one goes to extra time this evening.
To be honest, if Man City win tonight, they've won the Champions League.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Against Inter in the final. If whoever wins tonight should really, although Inter did well last night against AC.
Yeah.
But
Milan have been terrible.
Yeah, Chelsea absolutely hopeless of recent. Well, okay, they did get a win against Bournemouth and a draw against Nottingham Forest, but prior to that, diabolical Lampard. He's gone. We know he's gone at the end of the season, don't we? So I think this will be a straightforward 2-0 victory to the Citizens. Mendy's backing goals as well, but he's making mistakes himself now. So yeah, 2-0 to the Citizens for me. We move on to the Monday night fixture, Monday night football, where we've got Newcastle taking on Leicester City. Leicester have to win to have any hope of surviving, or they'll be down. Newcastle themselves really need the 3 points as well, currently on 66 points, and at the time of recording, the same number of points as Manchester United and Liverpool are breathing down both of their necks, so they'll want to pull out all the stops. Newcastle's defence has been leaky of late as well, so I can see them conceding in this one. Having said that, they'll probably keep a clean sheet. Leicester, what has happened to them? Terrible. After winning the league a few years ago, okay, I know in the last few seasons as well, they've kept in the top, 7, 8?
Yeah, top 5.
They've been consistent,
really well.
But this season it's been Brenda's gone and well, it looks like the end for the Foxes of their stay in the Premier League for at least a season anyway. In this one, I think Newcastle will take all 3 points. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to the Magpies.
Yeah, Newcastle 3-0 win. They're going to pretty much secure Europe in this game. Mind, they do have Man United sniffing down their necks as well.
And Liverpool.
Leicester as well can actually be officially relegated this weekend if Everton pick up a result and Leicester lose their down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's going to happen, to be honest, even though Everton... That's all I'll say. So, 3-0 Newcastle. Anyway, moving on, Brighton Man City on Wednesday. What a weird fixture that is. And what an interesting game that's going to be. Brighton, they're going to be fully up for it. Man City, I think they'll be on the beach for a little bit, considering they may have a Champions League final to come up and an FA Cup final as well, potentially. So, could go either way, this one. You never know. Brighton could sneak a home victory and somehow even... and then secure their Europa League spot, but I think Man City will just take it 2-1.
Yeah, the quality of Manchester City side should see the move against this Brighton side. You've got a lot of energy and everything, and they are at home, and depends on, as we said, how long that match goes on against Real Madrid. Tough one, this one. This one will be a real good watch as well, but I fancy the Citizens. You've got to back them, and I think they'll come away with a 2-1 narrow away victory in the final fixture of this game week. Takes place next Thursday. I hate Thursday football. We see Manchester United taking on Chelsea. I'm going to go for another 2-0 home victory to Man United in this one. Rashford may return for this one. He's a big doubt for this game week, but he may actually make this second game. He may make the first game away against Bournemouth on Saturday, but we'll just have to wait and see. But a 2-0 home win for the Red Devils for me over Chelsea.
Interesting, yeah. Standard 2-0 victory for Man United. Win this one because obviously it is their game in hand. I think that pretty much secures them Champions League. And then because we all know Newcastle, touch wood, are going to beat Leicester, so that's going to pretty much lock out Liverpool from the Champions League. So really that is a must win for Man United. They can confirm Champions League in this one 2-0.
So that concludes our predictions for game week 37 of this 2022-2023 Premier League season. Make sure you leave your predictions over at the Super Brew website and as a comment as well. See if we can climb up that table in these final last couple of weeks. Now Nathan, Championship season, Cardiff City anyway is over.
Thankfully.
There's playoff matches playing tonight, and also we got the playoff final to look forward to as well. Have we got any vlogs coming up? Maybe Wales, perhaps?
Yeah, there's going to be some Wales fixtures coming up. I think we're playing in June, aren't we? So
Fantastic.
Check that out when that comes out.
We do have our Championship review of the season, or how we react to our initial predictions. Also, the Premier League will be coming up in the next few weeks, so watch out for those videos as well. Remember to leave your predictions, as we said. For now, though, see you all in the next video.
I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, 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 This is a statement to appreciate all that is vacant. It's just for the taking if you make up your